And welcome everyone to day number 15 of our spring summer meet here at Grants Pass Downs, the start of the final week, 3-day racing week coming up on Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday as we close out the spring summer meet. I'm Jason Beam, the track announcer, broadcasting from over here in Tampa, Florida. A little bit ways away from Grants Pass Downs, but Matt Ditterman, big thanks to Matt, did a wonderful job last weekend. He'll be with you again for this closing weekend as I'm back here on the East Coast. I'll be back in the fall, though, and can't wait to get back, and excited for this final stretch of cards. The Sunday card, which gets underway at 1 p.m., 6.5 furlongs, non-winners of 2 in 2021 to kick off the program. The first two horses, Hill Croom and Ernest, both come out of the Burt and Ernie race from back on June 28th. The Burt and Ernie went gate to wire that day, and that was a race that was kind of lacking speed. And Burt and Ernie's rider, to their credit, went and got the lead and really went and stole the win. And nobody really did a whole lot of closing in that race. And so I'm tempted to be a little forgiving just because I don't know that anybody had really the setup in there. Sonic Boy is in this race, and he was part of that Dudley Studley race 2 weeks ago where they finished 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He was the 3 and he finished third, but he was rolling. The only thing was I liked him that day and I touted him on this program. He was 27-1. He missed by a neck, but not going to be 27-1 this time, so that's a big question mark. I did want to mention the number 6, Aotearoa, who was way far back last time out. I went back and watched the replay. Not only was far back, but was very wide on the final turns and still ran a pretty good third behind Racing Ray. That was a $4,000 open race. This is a $2,500 restricted race. I think Aotearoa's got a big shot in here. It's a big cutback in distance, which is, I guess, the concern. But last time this horse raced at 6.5 furlongs here at Grants Pass Downs, it won. So I really like Aotearoa here in this spot, but not a ton of speed to run at either, so that's worth noting as well. Second race, $4,000 optional claimers, and no shortage of speed in here. Nice Guys Finish likes to go, and Telecrypt, who's down on the inside, likes to go. Megatron Ruler likes to be close up normally, and Dudley Studley, who I mentioned last time, went wire to wire. Megatron Ruler, though, is coming out of stakes races against El Alto Hombre, who's a beast. And if you look back to the last time Megatron Ruler was in for a claiming price, it won 2 in a row. So certainly I think the class relief, Jory Scriver on board again, I think this one has a big chance to win what is probably the right level for this particular horse. The third race, now the Firecracker Futurity, I was not there for the trials and they weren't broadcast, and so we kind of have just the charts to go off of as far as handicapping. And at this point a lot of these horses now have run a few times, but you have horses like the 2 Woj. Now this is not the Futurity, this is the Consolation, but still same issue, right? And so I didn't have a ton of opinions just because I didn't get to see any of these horses' trial races. That being said, just an overall general thought on these races. With these young horses, there's so much improvement that can happen, or the trial is just one race, and it's a race early on in these horses' career. I don't think you want to just give up on some of these horses, and that's kind of where you can find some prices in races like this, especially maybe in the Consolation, because you have a lot of horses who are kind of running second, third. There was a lot of trials, so even getting into the Consolation for this race is a pretty good achievement. The fourth race on the card, we start the Jackpot Pick 5. The Jackpot Pick 5 carryover continues to roll on, and of course, it'll be mandatorily paid out on Tuesday's card. So watch for that, see if the carryover makes it to closing day. Baby Rose, the number 1, coming off a nice win last time out. That was a 2,500 non-winners of the year, so won that race. Now it's up into non-winners 2. This is a lot tougher condition, though. The non-winners of 2 of the year, that means most of them have won a race during the year, and Baby Rose is one of those. The non-winners of the year means they haven't won, and they could have not won for a lot longer than that. That being said, Winning Sound, the number 3, coming off a good second-place performance at a similar level here, I thought made a really good chance in here. There's a fair bit of speed, though, to set things up. Agua de Fuego was claimed last time out by John Harris. John's actually got a couple of horses that he claimed in previous starts that are coming back throughout the next couple of days. And so I think John's a very good trainer. I think he's a good claiming trainer, good off the claim. And so I'm curious to see if horses like Agua de Fuego improve first time in the Harris barn. Fifth race starts our $1 late pick 4. Always a lot of fun, the dollar late pick 4s, good sized fields and all that kind of stuff. 3,200 non-winners of 2 races. JC Express, I think, going to get a fair bit of attention here, as many Golden Gate shippers do. $3,200, the claim price here. This horse won for maiden 12.5 down at Golden Gate. They tried on 2, 12.5, didn't go that well. Wasn't horrendous. Finished last, but beaten 8 lengths. It wasn't a drubbing, but comes up here to Grants Pass Downs now for Emilio Guerrero's owner and trainer. And as we know, the Golden Gate horses tend to be pretty good when they come up here to Grants Pass Downs. I mentioned John Harris off the claim. Well, he's got another one in this race, Mob Jack, the number 5, who he claimed last time out of a second place finish, which of course when you claim a horse, you love when they finish second because you keep the condition, and they probably ran pretty good. Claimed off George Rosales, who of course we know is a very, very solid trainer down here in at Emerald Downs, so definitely think Mob Jack worth a look in the 5th race part of the first part of the late pick 4. The final pick 3 of the Sunday card. Yeah, it's weird to say Sunday card. We haven't had any of those. 5,000 non-winner of 2 races, and Emerald City's was a nice maiden winner 2 starts back. Last time out, got away poorly, and at a short price was way, way back. I think this one could improve, especially drawing the rail going 5. If this horse breaks better, gets to the lead, or is at least right up there, cutting the corner can be such a huge advantage. What's interesting is the number 2 horse, Kitty Creed, kind of had a same pattern where won the maiden race, gate to wire, way out up front, and then last time didn't break all that great and was far, far back. And so curious to see if both those two can kind of turn the corner, because with My Girl Coco in here, with Cal's Girl in here, there's a lot of other horses that want the lead too. Phantom's Book, who was a debut winner at Union, but a debut winner, only beat 2 other horses that day, but was way out in front before winning by a smaller margin. So a lot of gas in here. I do think that the 8 Wild Chick makes a little bit of sense as a possible stalker from off the pace if you're looking for someone to maybe get a trip at a bit of a price. 7th race on the card, it's the feature, the Firecracker Futurity, $90,000. Hell on Horseshoes, one of the best qualifiers from the trial, was a good maiden winner here back on June the 8th. I remember that race, and went on to win the trial. Certainly going to be a major player in here. Danny Montez, who we know is a very, very good quarter horse trainer that comes up here every so often. He sends out 5 Bar Cali. He also sends out JM Who Knew. JM Who Knew, I think, would be my top pick just from an initial look. Broke the maiden down at Los Alamitos. Didn't run all that great in the trial down there, but came up here to a trial and ran good after a bad start. And to me, that's kind of the key, is that this one was able to overcome a bad start and still get a victory like that. 8th race, the final race on the card, 6.5 furlongs. And I thought that the outside horse here, Great Curves for Quinn Howie, was going to be a big single for a lot of people in the late pick 4 and pick 5. Came to Grants Pass Downs last time, at the non-winner of 2 condition, and just barely got beaten a neck. Was rallying from off the pace against Hot and Sassy, and I just think with the draw, has some good tactical speed, should be a real big player here in this final race. And like I said, I think the one a lot of people are going to single. So just a quick look at the Sunday card, Firecracker Futurity Day. Hope everybody has a wonderful day out at the track. I wish I could be there. I know it's going to be a big crowd and an exciting day, but we will wish you guys the best of luck. And we'll see you guys back tomorrow. Don't forget Racing Monday and Tuesday to close out the season here at Grants Pass Downs.